Welcome to Veloxy Technologies. In this video, we are going to see how can we set up artifact repository called Artifactory. The procedure I have updated in my GitHub repository. Let's go and have a look. So this is my GitHub repository, Revd, and there is a repository called DevOps. In this, we have a directory called Artifactory. Let's go inside to this. Here we have two files, integrating Artifactory with Jenkins and setup Artifactory. We are going to see this one in next session. For now, we are going to concentrate on setup Artifactory. I have updated the procedure, what are all steps you need to execute. So the first thing is prerequisites. We need an AWS T2 small instance. Why? Because it requires minimum 2 GB of RAM. You don't get in the T2 micro instance, so we must go with the T2 small. Okay, next we should open port number 8081 and 8082 at security group level. Once this is done, we have to become a root on the server and install Java. Why? Because Artifactory is developed in Java language, so we must install Java before setting up Artifactory. In Artifactory, there are two types of options. One is open source, another one is pro version. So pro version will get additional features, but it is a licensed one. For now, we are going with the Artifactory open source version. And in Artifactory open source version, we have latest version which starts with 7.x. I'm going with older version which is stable, that is 6.9.6. So to download, you just click over here. Okay. So once we have this link, we can go to our OPT and we can download by using this link. Otherwise, you can just search for 6.9.6. So total 6 results are there. So this is not the right one because it belongs to CCP. In case if we have CCP code, we should go with this one. But let's go. Yep, here you can see this is the one, JFrog Artifactory OSS 6.9.6. And don't go with this one 6.9.6 sources. Okay, go with the zip file. Alright, once that is done, we just need to unzip and start the services. Then we can access our artifact server from the browser using public IP. These are the default credentials, but still we can change it. And if you could not able to start Artifactory services, just check the system requirement. I have given the official documentation of the JFrog Artifactory. Okay, but if you are going with the pro version, you should have 4 GB RAM. So T2 small also doesn't sufficient. Go with the T2 medium instance. With that, let's log into our AWS console and set up a server. I'm provisioning a new instance for Tomcat, so just launch an instance, choosing Amazon Linux, and here I'm going with the T2 small. Next, default options, nothing to change. Here as well, I'm giving tag name as Artifactory server. And security group, I have already created a security group, that is Artifactory SG. Okay, here we have opened port number 22, 8082 and 8081. Okay, these three ports are necessary. Review and launch it. And I have already a key pair and I downloaded it, so I'm choosing existing key pair. If you don't have any key pair, you can choose an option called create new key pair and launch instance. Alright, so we have launched our instance. Let's go and connect to this system. I'm just refreshing it. Okay, we got public IP. Let's take this one. And I'm using Mobile Extreme to connect to my server. Okay, session, SSH, IP address, and DevOps project 1, that is the key pair, and EC2 minus user. Okay. So I have logged into my server and I want to install Java. To install Java, let me become a root and let me increase font size and clear the screen. Yum install Java. If I give just Java, it is going to install default Java versions which are there in the Amazon Linux repository, but I don't want that. I want to Java 1.8, which is a OpenJDK, and -y. So it is going to install my Java. Alright, my Java installation is successful. Now let's go to OPT, cd/opt, and for now nothing is there. Let's download our Artifactory packages. So we have already opened the link. we can directly go here and right click and copy link address, or else you can choose this option as well. Both will work. If you want to go with the latest versions, go with this link. So sorry, wget, I just cancelled above command. So we are downloading. Okay, it is quite quick. ls, and I'm going to unzip it. Fine. Now go Artifactory and we should start our services. Then go to bin, and here we have artifactory.sh. Just to start this one. Okay, that's it. Our Artifactory server is ready. Now we are fine to access it from the browser. So Artifactory server DNS I'm taking public DNS :8081. Okay, our Artifactory server is still getting ready. Okay, so our Artifactory server is ready. Initially we need to do some default configurations. Let's go to next, and here we should provide the or update the admin credentials. I am giving admin at 123, admin at 123. Okay, and next, configure a proxy server. We don't need it, so skip this, and create a repository. So here we can choose the repositories whatever we need, but it is a open source version, so most of the features are disabled over here. Those are available in the pro version, but we are going to build Maven project in our next video. So I'm going to create a Maven repositories. So select this one and create. Whenever you select your repository, by default it is going to create 5 repositories. You can see here. So lib snapshot local and lib release local, jcenter and lib snapshot and lib release. So here these are local repositories. These two are remote repositories. This is virtual repository. So in Jenkins server we are going to access only local repositories. In Artifactory we can see all 5. Okay, so finish. Once you have finished, you can go here. Okay, this is list of the Artifactories which are there, and you can see few default are there. Apart from that, whatever we have created just now, and there is no content because we haven't built any jobs at this moment. In next video we are going to build our jobs and store Artifactories over here. That's all for this lecture. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.